Hello and welcome to the channel. In the previous video we started creating a crossword puzzle generator in Excel using VBA macros, and we managed to put the first couple of words. In this video we'll see what else we need to add to make sure the words are placed correctly and how we add the remaining words to create the final crossword puzzle in Excel. So now, before we start adding more words, we need to change something or to add something to the add word macro. So let me go here to module 3, add word. There's something very important we need to check first before we add a word, and is to check if the cells are empty. Otherwise, we will be overwriting previous words. So we're gonna do that up here. So let me put a comment here. Check if cells are empty. So we could basically run a similar loop than this one and check if they are empty, but let's try to do it a little in a bit of an easier way. So we can, for example, say, and it will be different if it is placed horizontally or vertically. So if direct is 1, then we're gonna set a target range, the target range where we will add the word as range from cells R, C, this is the starting point, up to cells. If this is in horizontal direction, row is going to be the same, but C is now going to be C plus the length of the word. And close the other parenthesis as well. Now, else if the direction is direct is 2, it means it's vertical. We're gonna do the basically, let me copy paste this. We're gonna set this target range from the starting point is the same, but now it's gonna be removing this here. It's gonna be R plus the length of the word, and yeah, and a parenthesis here. So now finally, if this target range is empty, then we can add the word, otherwise we cannot. So one way to check that is using the worksheet function count A for that target range. If it is greater than 1, because there's going to be one letter in common, so in that range there's going to be one cell with content. But if there are more than one, then it means we are gonna step into other words. So then we exit this sub. We don't continue adding the word. Or you can say if it is below 2, then we do all of that. It doesn't matter. But now we can probably, I just noticed I forgot here to add direction 2. So when this happens, when the one cell below is empty, the direction is 1 for the next word, but else the direction is 2. Then we can run this, and it's not perfect. I'll get back to this code in a moment, but let's run it for now. So as you see here, we have added the first word, which was chicken, then it has crossed giraffe, and then it has found for the third word, it has found another common cell here. Now it can happen that it doesn't add the word because it's not empty. It's going to happen when we keep adding words. So we should rather, instead of exit 4, we should rather check if the word has been added to exit the for loop. Otherwise, it will loop to the next word, and that word will not be added if there was a chance to add the word. But we can do that later. Let me put the comment here. Rather check if word was added. And we can do that very easily. For example, if we change that into a function, add word as a function that returns true or false. If it adds the word is true, then if it's true, we exit the for. So we could add that to the code. But for now, let's see if we can keep adding more words. Let's go now from 2 to 10 and see how many words we manage to add. So there are several words, but now there's a problem. So you see here was the first word was chicken, then it was giraffe, then it was chimpanzee here, then it was, so dolphin and duck, they were also added. Eagle, elephant, and horse, all of them were added. Now, what's the problem? We have here something that starts to look more like a word search than a crossword, right? So one thing we want is that there's a separation between the words. So, and to do that, let me go back here and show you if we add the first two words only. To do that, what we're gonna do is when we find a cell with a letter in common, in this case would be this one, we're gonna check these added cells here in the diagonal place, so to speak. This, and this, they must be empty to add the next word. So for example, if we have a next word now with the letter R, we would be looking at this one, this one, this one, this one. They are not empty, all of them, so we could not add a word here. But if it's here, yes. So to do that, um, based on the cell that has been selected, we can just add a condition here. So once we get the position is greater than 0, yes, good. Then here is where we're gonna add this condition. Let me make this a bit bigger, and it's gonna be if cell.offset -1 -1, this is the cell above on the left, is empty, and cell.offset now -1 1, this is the cell above on the right, is also empty. And let me continue in the next line. Now the cell down to the left, also empty. And finally, the offset for the cell down to the right is also empty. Only in this case, then we're gonna add the word or try to add the word. So let me pull this forward and end the if statement here. Okay, so this condition is what's gonna check if the four cells around, sorry, this one, this one, this one, are empty. In that case, it will add the word. So now let's run it from 2 to, again, let's say 10 for now. And as you see, now we got something a bit prettier, right? So we have the first word was chicken, then giraffe, then there's a space, yeah, for chimpanzee. There is a space also for the next word. So each word has a space of at least one cell when added. So that kind of works, right? So now let's go to row 20 and see how many words we managed to put. Yeah, of course we couldn't put all the 20 words, maybe around 10. But this starts to look like a free-form crossword, right? Now, the longer the words and the more letters in common, the more words you will manage to put there. You could put the longest words on top, or as I explained earlier, we should rather randomize this process of picking the word. So instead of going from 2 to 20, we would just pick one here, random, one here. And each time you pick one and you add it, you should somehow put it in a variable, for example, in an array of 20 or 19 and indicate that this word has been added, or you could put it here, somehow added, and then clear this each time you run. For example, be also careful that if you have longer words, they may go out of bounds. It means if the first word is placed here, for example, and then we have a very long word coming this way, the starting column may be below 1, so it will prompt an error. That's why I moved a few a few rows and columns to start choosing the place. So you need to adapt that, of course. Same with the vertical. For example, here, if we would have a longer word crossing, it could go below 1. And there are many other things you can do, but this was supposed to be a simple example. I hope you follow the logic behind the process, and you can read the post and download this code. And of course, we can just make the puzzle by deleting the contents. But before we should add the numbers, we should save the solution. So you can download the other file. So here the puzzle has been saved to another sheet, the solution sheet. Then it has been cleared, the numbers have been added to each word, and the legend with the hints for each word has been added here. So you can also download this file over there and create your own puzzles here. So, but this is how we create a crossword puzzle in Excel using VBA macros. Thanks for watching.